more chances to win. Grab your lucky pick ticket today. Available at the Caribbean Lottery Agents and the lottery vending machines island-wide. Must be 21 years and older. Please play responsibly.
Make your way to the NEDAX Cultural Complex on Monday, August 3rd at 8:30 p.m. for the spectacular 2026 staging of the Bank of Nevis Miss Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant. Witness an unforgettable showcase of beauty, talent, culture, and intelligence as Caribbean queens compete for the prestigious crown. Cheer on Nevis's reigning Culturama Queen, Renee Davis, and St. Kitts' reigning National Carnival Queen, Treasure Didier, along with an outstanding cast of Caribbean royalties. But the excitement doesn't end there. Your ticket also gives you 5 chances to win the Bank of Nevis $5,000 raffle, with 5 lucky winners each taking home $1,000. It's one incredible night packed with entertainment, glamour, and the chance to walk away a winner. General admission is just $50, or upgrade the VIP experience for only $350. Don't miss one of the biggest nights of Culturama 52. Be there.
And she's royal, yeah. It's time to royal. It's time to listen. It's time for the people's choice. Yeah. For the people. By the people.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the People's Choice right here on Freedom FM. Thank you for joining us as we continue to engage with the people and the ideas shaping the future of St. Kitts and Nevis. Today we focus on the upcoming People's Convention 2026, a major event on the People's Labour Party's calendar that will bring together supporters from across the Federation under this year's theme, One People, One Movement, One Future. Our guests this morning are members of the Convention Planning Committee who have been working behind the scenes to help make this event a success. We'll discuss what attendees can expect, the work that has gone into organizing the convention, and why the party believes this gathering is an important moment for its supporters and for the country. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guests this morning are Ms. Vickiesh Pickering. Good morning, Vickiesh.
Good morning, Jamie.
And we have Mr. Damian Weeks. Good morning, Damian. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, Jamie.
We are excited. Whenever we show up to Freedom Radio, it's because we have something exciting to share. So we are very energized and very organized and prepared. I'd like to make one correction though. The theme for the convention is right direction.
Okay.
Ready to serve and ready to deliver.
Okay, fantastic. Now, tell us about the People's Convention 2026. When and where will it be held?
Okay, so the first thing I would like to tell you about the People's Convention 2026 is that it is the convention you do not want to miss, right? You do not want to miss it. The private session is going to be held on the 6th of August, that's Thursday, 6th August, and the public session is held on Saturday, the 8th of August at 5 p.m. at the Paddock. For those who don't know where the Paddock is, it's on the Newtown Bay Road. It's a field right next to Tucker Clark Primary. And if I can just give a brief overview of convention, because I just, mentioned 2 dates. There are many persons who are unaware that the convention, the public convention, is preceded by a private session. At the private session, you're dealing with internal issues. So you have members of the party who come together from each constituency. You vote on nominations, you elect members, you ratify certain decisions so that when you get to the public session, you have a consensus. The public session now is one where all are invited, whereas the private session has limitations in terms of attendance. Yes, membership. And when I refer to members, you have the PLP family that's made up of all of our supporters, but not every supporter chooses to be a card carrying member. And that's fine. So at the public session now, everybody, supporters from near and far, come together under the banner of PLP. You have the decisions and nominations. The team, if there was an election, the team would be presented at the public session along with other important decisions coming out. It's also a time to build community among the supporters. Would you like to add, Damian?
Yes. So, on what Ms. Pickering said, yes, it's 2 sessions actually, and the private session is a more, as you say, intimate card holding membership session, which we, encourage persons to come out and be a member of the People's Labour Party. You just have to fill a form, pay a small fee of $20 annually, and you become a member. I mean, you'll be privy to all the news and excitement that, the PLP has to offer. You also can contribute to the People's Labour Party once you're a member, or if you just want to volunteer your time, but whether it's media content, whether it's canvassing, whether it's our youth, women's, the men's, any form or any branch of the party, we welcome persons to be a part of, and by just filling out that little simple form and paying that little small fee.
Okay. Why was this year's theme chosen, and what does it represent for the PLP?
Well, as we move forward, we want to always reflect the voice of the people. And the theme, right direction, ready to serve, ready to deliver is a honest reflection of what the people are asking for right now. They're asking for experienced leadership. They're asking for practical solutions. And the theme, right direction, ready to serve, ready to deliver, that's PLP's commitment to shaping the direction that we take St. Kitts and Nevis in.
Damian?
Yes. Well, yes, the theme always important, because Ms. Pickering just basically explain and give the definition of it. But I'm just here to let persons understand that a theme is always important because it helps a party, be guided by a certain policy making error for that year. So you say every year we change the theme and we
So
try
it basically sets the tone.
Yes, set the tone. We try to live by it and be standard, and let it be standard when it comes to the party and doing anything going forward. So that's the most important, reason for our theme.
So I want to talk a little bit to you guys, about you guys, because you mentioned, the importance of becoming a member and not just joining the party, but contributing to the party in various forms. So tell us about yourself and your role in organizing the convention.
Okay, well, about me, I would say the first thing you need to know and truly understand is that I am a lover of souls. I'm also committed to service. There's this quote that says, service is the rent we pay for our time here on earth. I believe that with everything in me. And I'm also a creative. Now, over the years, through the many hats that I've worn, I've acquired, particular skills that allow me to add value in different ways. So a part of my responsibility is helping to coordinate the convention, helping to mobilize the supporters, and most importantly, helping persons to feel welcomed. So that's my part. It is a huge team effort, however, and everybody is contributing to the success of the convention.
Damian, what inspired you to volunteer your time and become a part of the PLP team?
Well, I won't say that I was inspired. I would more like say that I didn't have a choice.
So you were forced?
Not forced, but because being a youngster, sitting at the dining table with your mom, and you're in the presence of people like, the late Elmore, and you're listening to the stories and you're hearing about politics, you feel like, hey, this is something that I would like to be a part of. You know why? Because it can change lives.
So you
know?
were always
So
interested
I
in the
was always
political
interested in the
system.
political system because I know it could change lives. It could make and break an individual. And once you really have the mindset that you want positive outcome from the politics, you just had to find the right team. And the right team for me was, after a long time, was PLP.
Okay. Was that a similar thing for you, Vickiesh?
I would say it was quite different for me because growing up, I was not around politics that much. I've never really had an interest in politics, but my love for people and my commitment to service seemed to somehow keep drawing me into it. So I've come to the place where I'm not wrestling with it anymore. I'm fully embracing it because I understand it's an avenue to help people on a bigger scale. I can do what I can do, and of some of the work that I do.
But maybe you should
it's
share
small.
with the public some of the work that you do.
Okay.
Because many times people come and say, I love the people, and I
Right.
care about the people, and I do work for the people, but you don't really see anything
that they do.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about what I would call my baby. It's the Dream Center. SKN is a non-profit organization, and the mission is to inspire hope in self and to revive hope in humanity, which we know is a tall order, but we are committed to doing the work as well. A lot of the work that we do right now is foundational. I look at it as building grit and building structure to be able to support the work as it grows. We've been raising funds for some years now through what we call the flea market fiesta, which is persons donate clothes. We sell them very, very cheap. So we're helping
$5 and $10.
Yes, so we help in different ways. But the money that is raised usually goes to helping, whether it is a person for medical issue, whether it is buying food, which right now is the main issue. Persons need help with food. And so we do that kind of stuff. But one of the events we raise funds for, I don't know if you guys remember Nevis, the incident in Nevis with the young fellow who had the neck injury.
Yes.
Like, we instantly did a special edition of the flea market because we understood the situation, and we were able to raise $3,000 and something, and we connected with the family and handed over the check. So we do stuff like that. We've done back to school gift certificates. We've done food vouchers. We've done medical expenses, helping, just assisting, just to name a few.
And what I
don't
love
want to
about what you
sidetrack.
do is I can see the commitment because you're out there like 5 o'clock in the morning. I see the snaps, right? Rain, sometimes it's raining, and
I laugh. I often laugh because I'm outside at 5. To set up, I'm outside at 2
Imagine that.
with very little help. But people would laugh when I say this, but I am convinced that I have a special grace to work, to support the cause or the purpose that is on my life. And so, yeah.
So you've taken that purpose and you've put it into a bigger platform
Yes.
within the
Yes,
People's Labour
yes,
Party.
Yes.
Fantastic. Was there a defining moment, though, that convinced you that PLP and its leadership was worth supporting and worth that level of commitment?
I wouldn't say a particular moment. Is more like an observation. Like, I'm always very mindful of what's going on in my life and around me. With regards to Dr. Harris, I would say, truth be told, I allowed the narrative that was put out there about him to kind of shape my perception of him. But looking around now at what's happening and understanding more how politics work and even just my own personal self-growth, it caused me to be more open to seeing the man for who he is genuinely, because I believe that's where the truth lies. I want to know who you are as an individual. So me being open and observing, just an example, we were at the market on Saturday and I overheard somebody saying, boy, in our outer government, Tim does make sure he come market, he don't stop, right? And that's who he is. In or out of government, he stays connected to the common people. He stays connected to his community. The persons he would visit before, he continue to visit. Like, there is no, throwing you or tossing you aside after. He continues. So for me, looking at that level of connection to the ordinary people, for me, that's very impactful. And then when you couple that with his ability to deliver, he's also a worker. That's one of my observations. He's also a worker. He will work the hardest. He will stay up the latest. He's going to go the extra mile to get the thing done. So for me, and when it comes to PLP operates from a philosophy of service to all. And that combination for me is worthy of support, my support to the fullest extent.
Okay. I want to piggyback on some of what you said, because you spoke about the importance of service to the people and really having that commitment to want to make lives better. What are the people telling you about the challenges that they are facing in their daily lives at this moment? I know you mentioned food, school is about to reopen, school supplies, but what else?
It feels kind of difficult to put it into words, because people are at that point of desperation where they themselves can barely get it into words and wrap it up.
Wow.
I've heard the cries escalating. And up to yesterday, this lady who, she spoke to me before, and she came back again. She said, Lord, I trying to get a job. I really trying to get a job. Me electricity cut. I still trying to get my son's school stuff, not to mention trying to feed your family. And that's a very, very basic cry from many persons right now. What's funny though is that without prompting, there is always this immediate comparison to when Dr. Harris was leading and the assistance that he was able to give and how helpful it was to people.
Damian, what about you?
Yeah,
what are you seeing or hearing from the people?
Well, a lot of persons out there crying and expressing how difficult it is just to manage the household.
Yes.
And when you say manage the household, it includes everything from groceries to utility, transport to and from work, and what I think that persons don't understand, or those in charge don't understand, is that we live in a small society, and once one household is affected, then another one is affected. Because we have neighborly love. And when you don't have rice, you go by the neighbor to bake some rice. So the other neighbor now less on rice. I mean, I have some instances where, I had to be assisting with, giving people a little contribution for the electricity bill. And then I'll put my electricity bill to suffer. You understand? Because it's less coming from me for me to put to mines.
Yeah.
So with Dr. Harris, you could remember that this was never an issue. He always found a way to understood. And, if it means that the government had to bear the brunt of the cost, he would do it. You tighten the belt and do it. And that is something that I respect about him, and I love and I admire about him. Also, his accessibility. This is a man, you could pick up your phone and call anytime of the day, night, and, he's there. You ask him for, hey, you could please pay me a visit, I would like a personal conversation. He's there. And this keeps people a little comforted, because they know, they've been reaching out and asking for assistance and trying to get assistance, but none coming. And, Mr. Harris, he's not in government, but he's still making the time and effort to, even if he can assist you with the needs that you need, at least sometimes a listening ear is all that persons need right now.
And if I could just say on that note too, one of the things that we hear a lot is that things hard all over, right? Which is
I
true.
was just about to say that, because many times you hear people say, the cost of living is imported. These are situations that are affecting us from the outside, right? Be it the wars or the conflicts or whatever.
Which is all true, but things was hard all over in 2008. Things was hard all over during COVID.
Yes.
The decisions that you make speak for who you are.
Yes.
And it tells where your priorities are. So yes, things can be hard all over, but we are small, and I think we're able to do better than we're doing right now. And care is the factor that would cause you to come up with solutions. And I think that's what's missing right now, care.
How would you describe the impact of the current government's time in office on the ordinary citizen or the ordinary person who is living here?
How would I describe it? Well, you just heard me say that the cries are to the point where you can almost not put them into words anymore. I think the time in office, not only have they eroded people's whatever little belief was left in the leadership of the country and politics, so I think that was further eroded. I think in many cases, persons' dignity were literally stripped from them, and they're left feeling like nothing. There is this nothingness to what people are feeling right now. So when I look at it, I don't see any consideration. Nothing was done to boost the economy. So much more could have been done, but that's a whole other show that we would have to go into. But there was so much more that could be done to boost the economy, and things wouldn't be as bad as it is right now. Even certain decisions, simple decisions, like how can you tell me you're going to disconnect my electricity and I can't afford to pay it already, but I need to find the money to pay all of it,
100%.
right? 100% plus reconnection. What you're doing is you're digging me deeper in a ditch. So I'm going to find it, however, pay it, but then now I have to figure out how to fill that hole because that's coming. And I don't think this government really realized the mental impact it's having on people.
But then you're going to hear, it's your responsibility to pay your electricity bill, and people are just willful and they don't want to pay.
I agree. I'm not saying be careless, but it's also the government's responsibility. Let's not push that aside. When you come forward in service to the country, you're supposed to be coming forward to serve people, which means that when you're in situations like this, you have to look at the needs of the people, right? You have to look at the needs of the people. You are saying, I want to be responsible for taking care of the affairs of the country. It means that you are responsible for even the irresponsible people. And as leaders, you have to figure out, I'm not taking the onus off of individuals to do what they have to do. But if you give me this office to run, I have to look at everybody in the office and figure out how to deal with everybody. Sometimes you have to deal with them differently. So I don't think that's a fear narrative to push, but I understand why they would try to push it. But it's really not fear.
Let's talk a little bit more about PLP. Why do you believe that the People's Labour Party, headed by Dr. Harris, represents the right team and the right direction for the country?
You want to take this one, or you want me to? Because I don't want to just talk.
Well, for one, the People's Labour Party, we offer a credible alternative to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We offer experienced leadership. We offer a committed team of persons who would be able to bring forth ideas to the general public and also executing them through policies so that it would make life easier for individuals in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If I could just add, for me, it's not a mystery because now you have something, you have a comparison to draw, right? So we look at what we have now to the record for Dr. Harris. He's the only Minister of Finance to have a surplus under different administrations. So he is the difference. He is what makes the difference.
Okay. Now, I'm speaking to you as to I was going to say young, but fairly young people. Fairly young people who have decided, to really throw yourself in a big way into the political arena. Not to contest a seat, but you are involved nonetheless, and you represent the People's Labour Party. But we have come to the realization that many people don't like politics anymore. Many people have become jaded. Many people have lost confidence. You tend to hear the same thing many times. You hear people say, oh man, study with none of them because they're coming by me every 5 years. They just want my vote. They come with their promises. They don't fulfill their promises. That kind of thing. What would you say to these? Because I'm certain that you've heard this from, and not just young people, because there are older people who say, I have been to the polls so many times, I don't see anything change, right? And me ain't going back, right? So what do you say to these people?
I would say I, at one point, would have been in that category.
Me too.
Right? To say, trying to stay away from politics because it's this very corrupt thing. It's also very vindictive. Persons are in fear of what they may suffer if they support a particular party.
And let's be so for real. A lot of the politicians play in our faces. Like, they literally play with us. They come and they tell us things that we know, like, listen, we live here and this is not true, right? So it's like, when you're treating us like we're stupid, what are we left to do?
But this is what I would say to that, because, like I said, I would have been in that category, right? But as somebody who deeply care for and stay connected to community, the more you listen to the cry of, the people in your community or just country on a whole, right? I cannot say that I am for the people and love people so much and want to help them, but continue to back away from the avenue through which I may be able to do much more for them. So for me, it was coming to the place of understanding that I have to step forward. We can't just complain, and I actually had somebody say this to me in a political room, or they say in Sunday school, right?
What did that mean?
To let me know, they say in a nice girl thing, cause maybe me having a love for people equates weakness or too soft for politics. People often would think too soft for politics, right? Because of the way politics is portrayed as this corrupt thing. So I was told this in a Sunday school. But I had to come to the place where I understood the strength that I have and step forward with a willingness to use it and to stand on what I believe in. If everybody with good intentions step back and say, oh man, like politics, somebody got to run the country, Somebody have to run the country, and the more we understand that we have the power and we can have a say in how, where, when, what direction this country go in, and we do that by coming forward. Even to, you have some people don't even want to vote, but when you do that, that's you surrendering your power to these very same people that you don't think is doing a good job. We need to get to the place where we are committed to ourselves, not in a selfish way, but in a way that forces leadership to understand that they must deliver. And wherever I am, I would always say that same thing, because we have the power. The people have the power. And it's not a bad thing or wrong thing to hold your leadership accountable. It actually shows that you are genuinely concerned and care for the direction the country goes in. So the more we step back, the more they step forward and do as they please. So I would say to them, show up. Even if it is just on election day, show up and be willing to do what you have to do. Do your part.
Okay. Would you say the same, Damian?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the disappointment that persons are facing right now when it comes to, politics and politicians. But at the same time, you out there, you can't allow persons to decide your future. You got to be a part of that process. And what we are offering at the PLP is a chance for you to come, hear us out, and let us hear from you. So that's why it would be important for persons to, put on a jeans and a t-shirt and come out to the paddock on, August 8th.
A jean and a t-shirt.
Anything.
Yes, we welcome on
Just
anything.
come.
That's our, mentor. We just jeans, t-shirt, and you come as you are, Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. at the Newtown paddock, and come and hear us out. And then after you hear us out, you might leave there feeling a lot better. You will leave there feeling a lot better.
Okay, so you're saying that we should come and hear you out. We should hear, your proposals, your priorities, and whatever. But I want to ask you, what is one PLP proposal or priority that could make a real difference in people's lives? So I want you to share it with us before we come on Saturday.
I would say, and just briefly, the main priority would be to bring relief to individuals.
Yes.
We're at a time where nothing else matters at this point. We need to bring relief to the people.
Okay. Now, let's go deeper into the convention. What has gone into organizing the People's Convention for 2026?
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, my God.
No, but it definitely takes some sacrifice. You have to give up your time to meet, to plan. You have sometimes to sacrifice your ego in the planning, because not every idea you have is going to be the best idea. Is going to be, as they say, you have to scramble the eggs. So we come and we scramble the eggs, and sometimes sometimes you have to scramble them for a bit in order to get it just right. But that's actually one of the things that I love, is the making sure we get it just right. Because when we're coming to the people, we want to come with something of substance. So a lot of time, energy, creative ideas, radio show. I don't know if you want to add anything.
I could tell you, doing this for the past about maybe 9 years.
So you're a veteran at this.
Yeah, but still, even though you're a veteran and you do it for a long period of time, new persons come on every time. So, you got new ideas, you got, people being more innovative and them kind of things.
And then you also have to look back at last year and say, well, yes, this went well, but this could have been a little bit better.
What we could do to make it better. And then, entertainment is always a factor where you have to mix the entertainment with the business part of a convention, because, you don't want to bore people.
Yes.
So, it's like it takes weeks and weeks and weeks of a lot of work, restless night. Sometimes you do, and you wake up 2 o'clock in the morning
with an idea.
No, but even for about one week, and you check your phone and you realize, hey, convention planning, and you got this lot of messages to read, and you think it had to go back to sleep because
you need to check.
It's that, on it. But it is always a pleasure, and working with the PLP is always something wonderful to me. I thought when I came into politics and being around, I have known it all, but being around PLP is like something different every time. And I like that they like perfection. I like that they want it to be right. So, it's a good feeling.
It's challenging.
Yeah.
It challenges you to do the best that you can do. Now, what can first-time attendees expect, and why should they be there?
What they can expect? How do I say this without saying too much?
Well, we like information here on Freedom, right? So
okay. But for one thing, the crowd gonna be energetic for sure. You understand? Because
so you're bringing that energy.
We're bringing that energy. We start off with a choir who does really uplift the event. They could sing. Those ladies are exceptional. And the mood gonna be welcoming. We will be providing some entertainment, very nice entertainment. Dr. Harris would be
entertainment by.
You don't have to come out with that. You'll have to
just
come
out and take a peek. But,
I've got to ask.
We like to support the local creatives, so we always try to fit them in everything we do. If you look at it from our midday event to our office launch, we fit in the local because they are a part of the struggling economy also. So they also have to eat. So it's like we get donation to give it to the local creative, which is only fair. So you could expect that. Expect a powerful message from Dr. Harris, and team. So that would be something that you should want to come out to. I mean, I could say that without saying too much, but that was I don't know if Vickiesh want to say.
Okay, Vickiesh, go ahead. Let me see if I get enough information from you.
I think Damian, being the veteran too, I think he did a very good job at kind of
which moments
setting.
of the convention are you most excited about?
I'll be very honest. The interaction with the different individuals, and we're actually going to have a tent called the People's Forum, where we're able to meet with different persons, hear their concerns as well. Even though we've been out there, this is another way now to continue to just gather the information and hear the concerns of persons. So for me, that's dear to my heart. So I'm really looking forward to the interaction there.
Okay. So, yes, tell us. Tell me,
I
please.
want to meet the TEAM. I would like to meet the team. That's what I'm looking forward to. I would like to see,
You want to meet the team.
straight up, what PLP have to offer.
Last week when Dr. Harris mentioned that, the team has been chosen, I kind of wanted him to share that team with us. So, Damian, you could give us a little preview?
No, no.
We're not going to tell anybody. We just, people are excited to find out.
What I would say, and this would be me saying it to the general public, is to come on out on August 8th. At 5 p.m. and you will get to not only meet who Dr. Harris was talking about, but you will also get a chance to actually, have a meet and greet moment with them, shake hand, ask a question or two. That is what we're trying to offer. We're trying to make it a people-centered moment, not just, hey, family, put
so you will have the opportunity to interact.
Yes. We're setting the atmosphere so that you can mingle, interact with the team. Yeah, we're big.
The team that you're going to share with us today. So anyway, why does the next election? I wanna bring it back to a more serious note. Why does the next election matter so much to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis? Because all elections are important, but we are hearing that this one is a little bit different. What makes it different?
I would say, when you look at the state of the country, where the country is right now, for me that is the answer, because we cannot have a repeat of this, and to continue on the course that we're on, it's going to get worse, and it's already predicted, in the IMF reports that the growth would be, less next year. So it's important because the country matters. It's important because we need to send a strong message to the government, a very strong message, not just to the government, but to leaders on a whole. And we have to make them understand that we're not going to settle for anything less than performance. We need a government who is ready to serve and to deliver for the people, all of the people. We need to move past the usual political gimmicks where you disappear for 4 years and then you show up. And it's so clear to everybody, even talking to individuals, like nobody is fooled. Nobody is fooled when you show up now with the small job and you try to push 100 people here to work, because everybody knows that after election, what's going to happen. So nobody is fooled, and I'm happy about that. And as much as individuals are saying, I fed up me voting, I don't believe it. I believe that the electorate is going to show up on election day because of their lived experience. And to imagine living through this again, I don't think they would want to chance it. So the last minute gimmicks won't work. They're going to show up and send the message of just how important the country is to them by voting in the right direction.
Damian, why is it so important for you?
Well, it is important because the next election would determine for me and for everyone in St. Kitts and Nevis the direction of the country. Not only the direction of the country, but where healthcare is heading, where education is heading, about public service. So, persons need to understand that this is their time now to be a part of that decision-making moment, because after it is gone, you have to live with the consequences for another 5 years. And when you don't make the wrong decision, we have no one to blame but ourselves. So I think that person need to be like, hey, let me listen to what the People's Labour Party have to say, and let me try to make a conscious decision about, my next move in the next general election.
Okay, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
It's time to talk. It's time to listen. It's time for the people's choice. Yeah. For the people. By the people. By the people. By the people. Every Tuesday. The choice of the people leading the way. For the people. By the people. By the people. By the people. Loud and clear. The people's choice every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Freedom FM is here. It's time to talk.
Vickiesh can
Listen. It's time for the people's choice. Yeah. For the people. By the people. By the people. By the people.
And we are back with the People's Choice right here on Freedom FM. Today we have been talking about the People's Convention hosted by the People's Labour Party. I have two guests this morning. I have Ms. Vickiesh Pickering and Mr. Damian Weeks, and they are here telling us all about the convention. We try to get them to share some, inside information, but they're holding it kind of close to their chest. So I guess we're going to have to go to the convention in order to find out that information. But guys, we are practically out of time.
Wow.
So at this point in time, I'll invite you to leave your final remarks with our listeners and really invite everyone to come on out to the People's Convention. Maybe you could toss in a little bit of, who will be the entertainer. A little name or two about the team. Yes, we have to be because, we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Who get the first group always, in the better position.
So Freedom supposed to get the first school.
There you go.
Freedom.
Well, maybe after the 8th, Freedom might be the first we come to.
But the good thing about it is that I think Freedom does stream our convention live.
We do.
So they will have first-hand information as it comes out of the...
That's not exclusive, sir. That's not exclusive, right? But we're thankful to have you here, and you guys have really shared with us a lot about the convention. So we're thankful for that, and I'm certain that our listeners, you've piqued the interest of our listeners. So we'll look forward to hearing more on Saturday the 8th, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what are your final comments for our listeners?
Well, I would just like to say that for those curious, the good thing is the 8th is not too far away. So you don't have to wait much longer. About 2 weeks?
No, it's next week.
Well, see, even better. So it's really not too far away. So I'm inviting you to come on out to the Newtown Paddock on the 8th of August. That's a Saturday at 5 p.m. I'll also like to say that I understand the disappointment, the being discouraged. I understand they're not wanting to be involved in politics, But I want to encourage individuals, everybody listening, to begin to change their perspective with regards to being involved in politics. I think you owe it to yourself. I think you owe it to your children and their children to have a say and play a part in the direction of the country. So come on out, hear the plans that the People's Labour Party have to steer St. Kitts and Nevis in the right direction. I promise you, we have a team that is ready to serve and ready to deliver.
Okay. Damian, you're up.
Yeah, well, I would just like to thank the listening public for taking the time out to tune in and listen to members from the People's Labour Party. I would also like to encourage persons to be a part of the People's Labour Party by becoming a member. Just reach out to, if you want, reach out to myself or Miss Pickering, and we'll get you signed up and registered, and we'll fit you in a nice little bracket in the People's Labour Party family that you could be tremendous help to the People's Labour Party and to the country on a whole, because the People's Labour Party is all about moving St. Kitts and Nevis forward. The People's Labour Party is all about providing you with, steadfast leadership and making sure that we do things the right way so that the people of St. Kitts and Nevis would benefit. So once again, come on out on August the 8th at 5 p.m. the Newtown Paddock. That's right to the Tucker Clark Primary School, between the primary school and the community centre on the Bay Road, and come and witness our 8 candidates from the People's Labour Party who would be able to contest in the next general election.
8 candidates.
Come on out, Jamie. Come on out. Come on out.
This concludes another edition of The People's Choice right here on Freedom FM. Sincere thanks to our guests for joining us and sharing insights into the People's Convention 2026 and the vision behind this year's event. Thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Those of you who joined us via our social media platforms, we say thank you to you as well. We hope to see you at the convention, and we invite you to join us again next time for another edition of The People's Choice. Until then, have a safe and a pleasant day.
It's time to talk. It's time to listen. It's time for the People's Choice. Yeah. For the people. By the people. By the people. By the people. Every Tuesday. The choice of the people leading the way. For the people. By the people. By the people. By the people. Loud and clear. The People's Choice every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Freedom FM is here.
Your home, you should feel it right away. Comfort, style,